I wouldn't say this is a quick video. My kid is in physical therapy. Let me take this over here. He hurt his shoulder um, back in September and playing football, and he's in physical therapy right now. So I thought I would just shoot while he's in there doing his thing and all and getting worked on. I thought I'd shoot a little quick video and talk about what I did in 2021 and the outlook that I believe for 2022, and how it can, what my plans, I should say, coming into 2022. Reason I'm doing this is that there was a course I'm taking right now called with Russell Brunson. It's called, here's my camera up here. It's a One Funnel Away Challenge, 30 days, and I'll probably end up taking the challenge again in 2022, but I kind of want to bring you up to speed with what's going on so that you're not thrown by surprise with some of the changes that I'm going to be doing. The website that I'm going to be working on in 2022 will be called TradeCrazey, actually, but TradeCrazey.com. And the reason I'm going to use that is because a lot of people call me crazy anyway. So the thing that I'm thinking about is, or I'm working on the concept, craze. I like to trade, so I'm crazed, but not crazy, with the Y being X'd out. So yeah, I know you spell crazy C-R-A-Z-Y, but I put an E in the middle of it and called it C-R-A-Z-E-Y, so I could cross out that Y as part of the blah, blah, blah marketing side of the business. So I want to get back into marketing and promoting a little bit in 2022, right? We're in 2021. Wow, what a crazy last year. I was looking at last time I took the One Funnel Away Challenge, and it was April of 2020. So we were all in the pandemic right there. My son and I were talking about last time we were actually in the movie theater. I feel like, I don't know about you, I don't know if you've lost a year. I felt like I've lost a year, and 2021's been a blur. I mean, hope you had a great Thanksgiving and you've had a great year so far. But this year has been nothing but a blur to me. It's just like you turn your head and it's like, oh my God, on Wednesday is December 1st. We're closing in on the end of another year. And 2020 just was like, it just was, honest to God, was a blur from March and whatnot. So those that don't know, I am a table games dealer at here at Live Casino here at Westmoreland. Once again, that's my full-time gig now, and I'm certified to to deal blackjack, craps, and roulette. And I'm also debating about if I want to take the poker class here in the near future. I kind of want to watch and see what's going on. And hey, what's up, Gene? Good afternoon to you as well. I want to kind of see what's going on right now with my when they introduce the poker room, to see if I want to go ahead and do that. So let's go. 2021. Lots of things I've been involved in. One obviously was at Topstep Trader. I obviously last video, I was kind of frustrated with being having to pay extra money for that. I like Topstep Trader, don't get me wrong. Just have to understand that they have rules and regulations that you have to follow. And one of the things that kind of threw me for the loop was when I went to Funded. I actually made Funded 3 times in 2021, and I was able to pull some money out in 2021 as well. I'm also an affiliate of Topstep Trader, so I do get paid. Through my promotion links, I do get paid that way. Most things that I do now, I do work as an affiliate, so a little extra side income. I would highly recommend that you do that as well if you're introducing something. You know, for instance, we decided to get involved back in the Watkins business. My wife really enjoyed that back in the day, Watkins products, and we were. This will be prior to me doing my YouTube channel. I think we joined in June or July of 2002, and all of 2000. Kind of a quick story with that is 2003. We flew over to Vancouver to do the conference there, and by our surprise, we were the #1 consultant overall in the Watkins business, Watkins Products. It's out of Winona, Minnesota. They're best known for their pepper, cinnamon, vanilla. It's a network marketing company and whatnot. So we decided to add that back into our business because my wife likes the pepper. I like the cinnamon and the vanilla and the stuff that they have. But anyway, I don't know how I'm going to work that into my business plan, but just want to leave that out there that I'm probably going to be a consumer of the products more than anything at this point. Haven't made up my mind how I want to promote that, if I want to promote it at all. So I'm thinking probably just being a customer, a consumer of the products at this point. Maybe, I know my wife likes to do the retail side of the business. So I guess that's where I am with that right now. I haven't made up my mind officially, my stance of how I want to promote or even go into that at this point. One of the most exciting things of 2021 for me was getting involved in cryptocurrencies this year. Dogecoin, not so much, but Shiba Inu coin was the one that I made most of my money in over the year. I was able to turn, well, at the beginning of the year, I just started getting involved in like Robinhood, Acorn. So here's some things that I've been doing. Let me throw out some names that we're going to talk about in the future in the videos as far as this goes. Robinhood obviously is one of the things that I've used in the past. So I was able to turn, starting this year, 2021, I turned about $0 into about a little over 15,000, I think, altogether this year, just to see what I could do with pulling money. And I started investing. I think it was $20 a month at or 25 a month at Acorn to start with, and then I added Robinhood, and I started. So basically right now, I'm adding about $125 to $150 a week into my investments overall, and it'll depend on which ones that I want to go into. Sometimes, as far as cryptocurrencies go, I like crypto.com, and Coinbase Pro is the where I am right there. So Shiba Inu, and I bought a little bit of Doge. I'm not a real fan of Doge. I don't like one of the things I want to talk about Doge is that they do not have a burn feature to that, and it was created as a meme, as a joke. So I do not like that coin at all. I like Shiba Inu coin because there's a burn feature to it, and it has, and they're also doing an NFT, non-fungible token game behind this. This might be over your head right now, but what I want to get to is that the Shiba Inu coin is a much better buy as opposed to, say, a Dogecoin and some of these other coins that are out there that you'll see. I'm invested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Doge, and Shiba Inu right now. Those are the five that I know, and I'm heavily invested in Shiba Inu. What I did with the Shiba Inu coin, to be honest, is I took my gambling money that I would usually go to casino and lose, which is anywhere between 500 to 1,000 right now, and I added that in over the year, and I turned that money. That's where most of my gains came for the most part. I was able to cash out for about 4 times my original investment, which was, I think it was about 600 and change. So I cashed out about 3,000 or so of that money earlier this year, when the September, I think, or early October, when it moved up, and then I rebought back into it. I own a whole bunch of Shiba Inu right now, and I didn't sell all of it. Let me rephrase that. I only sold about 10% of my account, just to cover all the costs of and I took the money that I invested, and I got 4 times out, and I kept most of my investment in Shiba Inu. I just sold enough to cover the original cost times about 3 times my investment, I guess, overall. It was about 600. I think I pulled out about close to 3,000 overall on that investment. That was probably the best overall. Acorn is obviously, if you don't familiar with that, I like Acorn. Why I like Acorn roughly is, for one reason, is that you can pull your extra spending money, like if you go to McDonald's or Walmart or any of the businesses that you use, and they take they do a pennies up. It's money that you don't mess anyway. So, usually on average, that's about $20 to $30 a month that gets pulled out to go to Acorn. And then I have an automatic investment into that right now that adds about $25 a month right now, or $25, excuse me, it was 25 a month. I am now doing about $25. Well, actually not. I am doing $25 a week going to the Acorn account. You know, I like that because you just put, it's like invest it and forget about it. You know, so that part of it, portfolio manager, and a small portion of my overall accounts there. One of the biggest things that my family has done in the past, and I highly recommend if you have the extra money to be able to do that. We got into apartment when my dad was living back in the time, and this would be about 15, 16 years ago. We've been involved in apartment rehabs over the years. We have invested in Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. Those three areas as limited partners, by the way. Those three areas that we're involved in, one of the main features of all three of those is they don't have a state income tax. So that's one. Pennsylvania is a really, where I live here in Pennsylvania is a very bad place to invest as far as in that kind of thing. So the long and short of the apartment rehab business is that you understand the concept that why we did what we do. What you want to do in a nutshell is go into a good community like Hempfield Township that I live here. This is a great example. It's a community that is a good community to live in. It's a great community to raise your children in and stuff like that. So it's got some really good, cool concepts as far as it goes like that. What you want to do is you're trying to find a place that needs rehabbed a little bit, a distressed property. I was trying to think of the word I was trying to use there. Um, so it needs some TLC, right? So the object basically is to turn the property over in about the 10 to 20-year period of time. It's not an overnight thing at all. By that stretch of the imagination, you're basically coming in, you're adding a new roof, new landscape, you're fixing up the apartments as they turn over, and you're raising the rent a little bit at time over a 5-year span of time to get better clientele into the overall, to get better customers, better clientele into the apartments to basically upscale and fix it. And once you get to that point, you're making you earn the payout usually comes in once a year as far as the investment money that gets from the general partner and whatnot. I don't want to get into all the rules and whatnot to it, but basically you get a yearly payment, and then once you sell the property itself, then you get your percentage of ownership that you had invested into it. You get that back. Obviously, as it was a taxable event, we had to pay a bunch of taxes on one of our properties. So, but we made a lot of money on that property. Um, uh, so anyways, as a family, we have a trust fund built with that, and I highly recommend that that's something that you look into as well. We were able to put a trust fund together many years ago, and we just flow the money through there. Obviously, you have to take into the tax consequences, inheritance tax, and all that stuff that goes on. But right now, all that money flows back to my mother, and we take care of her. She was accustomed to not having to work because of my dad and what he did and his living and whatnot. And all that money will eventually flow back to the brothers. I'm one of three brothers, and if I would pass on, or one of my brothers pass on, the trust is to allocate it to our children. So, I have two children. My middle brother has three, and my youngest brother has two. So, you know, you set up the trust so that you take care of your family. That's basically the bottom line with that. So overall, I think I've covered just about everything I wanted to cover here. That was part of the One Funnel Away challenge that I'm working on at Russell. I won at Russell Brunson. His main company is called clickfunnels.com. So as I'm building out the website called TradeCrazey, once again, to rephrase that, I'm not crazy. I like to trade. I'm crazy, not crazy. But TradeCrazey was my nickname that I was called many years ago. And I always laugh about it that I'm crazy. And I like to, it's a craze to me. And I'm not crazy. I like to trade. So as far as trading goes in 2021, as day trading goes, I have re-entered the combine step one at Topstep Trader. That's what you probably want to hear that way. And yes, I understand what I'm getting into. So as this, uh, I'm going to stay in step one, step two, and I'm going to go to the pro funded account. I'm going to pull that 5,000 and then debate about what I want to do. I'll probably end up, if I can turn that to $0, excuse me, if I can turn that to real money at that 5,000, I'll probably withdraw the whole money, 5,000, go all the way back into step one and do it all over again in 2022. The reason being that the 20 that I need to have that money set aside to pay the professional fee for the account. I do trade the crude oil market, by the way, so I need 105 for that, and I also need an extra 200 to buy the advanced charting system. So I need to set aside $305 a month once I get into the funded account. So I believe my understanding you can build the pro funded account. I'm going to see. I'm think you can build it to 10. Don't quote me on this. Maybe if you know, you can put it down in the comments below. I think you can build it to 10,000 right now, and um, you get 100% on the 10,000 now, as opposed to it used to be 5,000. I believe that you can take 100% on 10,000 now. I've not been able to get above the 5,000 mark, so that's one of the reasons that I don't know exactly the nuances when it comes to the 10,000. But I do believe that's 100% of 10,000 if you enter into the pro funded account from the way that I'm reading things right now. Now, one of the cool things that I talked to Michael Patek about, the owner at that runs Topstep Trader. They're looking into the they were definitely I've gotten an ear to them over the years. I've been able to talk to them on and off. I'm pro Top Step Trader. Don't get me wrong. I'm very pro Top Step Trader. But one of the things that I do not like about them is the max trailing drawdown. I'd recommended that even the 50K, if they added an extra $500 instead of 2,000 going to 2,500, that would be huge for the max trailing drawdown loss. That extra $500 in many cases would keep me into the account, and probably keep, if you're doing it correctly, would keep you in as well. And that, understand the 50K side of this combine, you get a 1,000 weekly loss or a 1,000 daily loss. I try not to get to anywhere near the 1,000 daily loss, but if you hit that, get close to the 1,000 weekly loss, you're done trading for the week. So it's supposed to reset your mind a little bit and then trade the next week. So I do like the 50K. That's one I'd recommend now. The 30K is no longer available. That was my favorite combine that I was able to get into. Honest to God, I know this sounds crazy, but crazy is not crazy. I've been in the funded account at Top Step Trader 15 or 16 times now since I started back in August of 2014 when I started documenting the Top Step Trader stuff. As an affiliate, I'm able to pull money out, and most of the things that I get involved in, I look at where can I make money as the affiliate. Another thing that I did introduced into my trading, not as much as some of the other things I've done, was options trading. So we'll talk about that in 2022 as well. There's one gentleman that I like. I don't know if I want to recommend him yet or not. So I will debate about if I want to recommend him or just tell you what I'm doing. Basically, a long story short, I like the SPY feature. I guess it's you buy the, well, I don't want to get into the option stuff. We'll talk about that in 2022. I just don't want to confuse people when it comes to options. Options are, I like the wheel strategy, if you're familiar with that. And there's a couple other things I like to do with options. That was a small portion. I think overall I made a couple thousand on that. So, but anyway, long story short, I was able to turn $0 in 2021 to about a little over $15,000, just adding I started the year adding a quarter, just $25 into Acorn. I introduced, I think, Robinhood in 2021. I introduced crypto.com in April or something like that. And then I started getting involved in Coinbase Pro in September, October. What else have I been into? Obviously, I still trade. We still got our apartment complex that we own as well. So that's like big investment, big money. As you move through, you want to put money into things that'll make you more money, right? So basically, the concept right now that I want to talk about into 2021 will be mostly passive income and passive income sources. I think that'll be the the thing that I'll be looking at TradeCrazey.com. Be basically how I am able to turn. One of the things I remember back when I was at Duquesne University and graduating, and the finance teacher that I had back there, I would ask him, and these guys are teachers. They don't have not been able to turn $1 to $2, right? I remember I said, how do you turn $1 to $2? How do you turn your $1 into more money? So basically, long story short, that we're going to be talking in 2022 is be passive income sources, how to make your money work for itself. There's a great book called The Richest Man in Babylon. I highly recommend, if you've never read that book, to grab a hold of it. You can get it for free. You can pick it up at any library for free, excuse me. Go get that book and read it. That's one of the key concepts that I was able to pull out of that. Make your money like little soldiers working for you out there, right? So you got your grunts working, you got your soldiers, you got your army working to make more money for you. So that, in its nutshell, is kind of how I've been able. And then obviously having a job, so you're not worrying about your passive income sources. You allow time to work for you in this case, So one of the JOBs, just over broke, I am a casino dealer, and that extra money goes to the fun things that I want, right? So I got to save up for a roof, and like everything else in life, we got to pay our mortgage. We got to put a roof on over. We need a new roof, need a new front door. We want to do this, that, and the other. We want to get it. We have to buy a car every so often, just like everybody in life out here right now. You have to manage your money properly, right? Be a good steward of your money. So I guess that's where I want to leave this comment and this conversation at. So once again, I thought that I would just share with you what's going on in my life. And so I joined the One Funnel Away challenge. Probably, like I said, I'll end up taking it this year, and then probably again in 2022, because I did it back in April of 2020, and it was very time consuming, and it's very a condensed period of time, 30 days, and all that information being thrown at you. It just takes some time to be able to build it up. And honestly, I'm just not, being able to plug and play is kind of what I've been able to do. But trying to take what's up here and then adding it to you guys so that you guys can understand and make more money in 2022. That's kind of where I'm going with this passive income sources and how to go about doing that in 2022. All right. This is Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com, soon to be called TradeCrazey. Not I like to craze. I don't. I'm not crazy. I like to trade craze. So there. That's about it. That's really all I want to talk about today. I hope you have a great rest of your week, a great rest of your year. I'm sure that I'll be on again before the year is over, but I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what's going on here in the Dave Knight world. All right. God bless. Take care. I'll see you on the next video put together. Bye for now.